How's it, everybody? And welcome to the Daily Pigeon. Hey, Big Squirrel Nuts, mahalo for subscribing, and Rick S for re-upping your subscription. I appreciate that. Thanks. And everybody's asking about the tsunami warning, state of Hawaii. Tune in to local media outlets. I'm right in the middle of the island. Believe me, if a tsunami hits me, we have bigger fish to fry because seriously, I couldn't be in a safer place. But be careful out there. And in fact, hold on, Nani says lower your microphone. You know, please adhere to the warnings, especially if you're on the coastal areas. And what this means, one of the biggest dangers will be Costco fighting people that are looking to stock up on toilet paper. Okay? That's always the biggest threat. So be careful out there, especially in the parking lot. I know. All right, gang. If you're new to the show, here we basically, talk about all things Hawaii. We are not political. We always like to mention that here we concentrate on what brings us together, not what separates us. And we play Hawaii news clips, purposely avoiding the if it bleeds, it leads mentality, okay? Not too much stuff about people, people being mean to each other. And we play Hawaii music videos that I put together on that machine over there. So most of them feature, places here in Hawaii. Okay, so let's go to the big board and say hi to some people. Nani on the on the bat phone here says that they're on Twitch. We're on Hype Train Level 1. What that is we're on a number of platforms. We're on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, X, and trying to get on Substack, but I don't know why they're not letting me stream live into that platform. But Hype Train is something that happens on Twitch, okay? So let's go to the big board, and you know what? First of all, let's do this. Let's take a look at what we'll be looking at in the way of news clips today. Almost forgot that, okay? So the first one here, we'll be taking a look at a guy who reeled in a very large marlin off the Hilo coast, okay? And then a guy got stopped at the airport. Well, actually, there was two of them. They were trying to get gun parts through the airport like in baggage. Real smart, right? And the fireworks buyback is going gangbuster. They don't give money, they give gift cards, but a lot of people are turning in fireworks. And then tomorrow there is a job fair, and the police are there with large teeth saying, come be a cop. And, you'll recall that in other shows we mentioned that they're offering child care for cops, because they have unusual hours and all this stuff. They're really looking for, because there's a shortage, right? And then on Maui, they passed a law changing short-term rentals to long-term rentals to help the people displaced from the fire, which was what? Almost 2 years ago now, I'm guessing, right? So that's some of the things we'll be talking about. And if we have time, someone is stealing cars, including a church van. If we have time, we'll get to that, okay? But first, again, let's go to the big board. Ouch. Turn up my mic a little bit so I can hear me a little better in my voice. Roll back here. When I say roll back, here's what I'm talking about, okay? You see this here? That's the chat there on that vertical screen, and I have to go all the way back to here to see who came in, and I think this is right about the beginning. Wow, no, it's not yet. Okay, here we go. Okay, so on the big board, we're going to say hi to Koto 808. There's Shakalaka, one of our moderators. moderationizers. Crasher J, yo, yeah, you're new, so appreciate you joining us here. Miles coming in from the East Coast. Chee-hoo! That's Medium 7 Up, a.k.a. Miles. And Kevin Frazier was asking about the tsunami. We dealt with that. Steve Diego, how's it? Coming in from San Diego. And there's Mama Sean. Aloha all. Let's see who else we have here. E.T. Guerrero coming in hot. There she is. Aloha Andy and Gangi. Aloha Smitty. Aloha Hamajang Gang. Brothers and sisters. There they are. Big Squirrel Nuts. The name that gets everybody smiling. Felicia, our front row hottie. How's it? I'm on the 32nd floor. I should stay dry. Yeah, I think so. Sam Bittner, mahalo for being here. Charles K., thanks again for being at the Ice House. And by the way, Augie and I will be back at the Ice House on November 15th. That's Augie Tolba and I doing stand-up comedy at the Ice House in Pasadena, California, right? Hi, Devin. Aloha. Here we practice. Look, she talks about how we do it here on the Daily Pigeon Live. She's a moderator and very well versed in this kind. Hey, how's it, Ryan? I want to see Ninete. Be safe, Andy. Well, again, I'm in the middle of the island. If a tsunami hits me, property values will drop like a rock. Okay, and there's Rick, another one of our moderators. Oh, we get choke moderationizers today. That's good. Ooh. Who is in Hawaii? Who is in Hawaii? Oh, everybody here is in Hawaii. Crasher. Well, yeah, so Crasher's asking who's in Hawaii. Just type me, and then Crasher can look at the chat and tell. Deborah Clark Fox, thoughts and prayers for Hawaii. Yeah, well, you know, the people in the weather department on all the news channels, anything close to get more airtime, they're on it. And but don't take any chances and be safe, right? Hi, Lita Ferreira. Aloha, Gangi. And there's Kavika, right? And SD Dodger. We get plenty people that we see plenty times. Hey, Tolentino, how are you? Aloha. I don't think we've seen you here before, have we? Please tell me, you know, because I damaged my memory big time in the 60s, so sometimes kind of hard, right? Roger Sasaki, aloha, Gengi. I stay dry up here in Hanamalu. Oh, there you go. Hanamaulu. Yeah, I always want to say Malu, but it's Maulu. We got to get that U in there. Hey, see, Honda. Wow, I'm lost count of the moderationizers we have here today. Mahalo for being here. Okay. Hey, Nani Aloha, also a moderator and an associate producer. Thanks. You'll see her sending me message once in a while. Lynn Nakasoni, aloha. You heard the tsunami alert, right? I heard it many times, Lynn. I promise you that. And we most likely will hear it during this show because all my devices go off. Yeah, I know. Hey, there we go. Marty Lovelace. How's it, Andy? I'm pretty good. If these alarms would start, these alerts would stop going off. Aloha from the evacuation zone. Oh, you're right there in Waikiki. Yeah, no comment is right there where they built that new bridge, man. Yeah, just, catch the elevator and just push up. There we go. Yvonne, how you? Yvonne Weber, my good friend from the back in the day. And I saw her at the Ice House. Andy, good seeing you. Thank you for being here one more time. K-Mac, never say hi to you, so there you go, right there. Okay. Hi, Skippy. Aloha. Did you hear the alarms? Yes, we were talking a lot about that. Okay, so let's see. I think I caught everybody here. I'm just checking out the names now rather than read the messages. Keone Nunes. Hey, Keone. Hey, you know what? I got a special surprise from my friend Keone Nunes here. High school buddy. Maybe I'll hold off on that. You know what? Let's start with it. Keone. So what happened was Okay, Keone, put your fingers in your ears, okay, because this is going to be embarrassing to you. You know, a lot of times when someone is known for one thing, it's really surprising to see them be good at something else, right? Now, Keone, who is, like I said, high school buddy, he was a football star when we were in high school, but then went on to be a world-renowned, authentic Hawaiian tattoo artist who studied, the tattooing all over the world. In fact, Timex Watch contacted him to design a watch face with the Hawaiian theme. Huh? Okay. Well, what happened was I was going through Substack, right? And I see Keone's name. So I follow him and I start looking at what he's been posting. Well, guess what? He posted some pictures he took in Thailand. Now you have to understand how envious I am of that. I'm a video guy. That whole capturing a moment, in time thing, I just don't have the mind's eye for that. So I've always looked at that with envy, right? So I took some of the shots that Keone shot that he posted on Substack, and I made a little video because, that's my kuleana. But so here are just a few of the shots that I'm sure Keone has taken and the ones he posted on Substack. Okay? Whew, long intro. Let's see if it's worth it. All rights reserved, Keone Nunes. Ooh, how cool is that? And Keone says, hey, aloha back on the island, but I'm driving at the moment, so just listening. Okay. What level on what is too high? My voice, the video, what? Please be more specific. Thanks, Nani. I appreciate it. Okay, so I guess surf's up. A true surfer, Steve Danielson. There's a tsunami watch. Please clear the coach. Oh, honey, where my big board? In the garage. Okay. All levels too high. Okay, well, I guess I can drop him. I don't know how that happens. I don't change any of the dials, but let's try that. Okay, Sirens 10 after. What's this? Oh, I don't know. Ooh. How's it, bro? Be safe out there. Well, thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that. All G. Oh, okay. I don't know. I didn't touch. I gotta tell you, Nani, I didn't touch. No, maybe I did. I don't know. It reminds me of when I was on the road with the Beach Boys. I got really became good friends with Sandy, the sound man, and the people on the stage used to go, hey, point to their guitar, up, and he'd reach out like this and go, dit, like he was turning something, right? And then he'd go. And then they go, yeah, okay, better. But he didn't touch anything. It was amazing. And I understand that's pretty much a sound trick. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. So I'm looking for comments on those photos. Did anybody? Keone is a really good photographer. Yes, he is, Matt Statter. I know. And when you look at the, what they call the bokeh, that depth of field thing where the back is blurry and stuff. I mean, that's a real art. And like I said, I'm not good at still photography, you know. How's it, Andy? How you, Boz Lozano? Mahalo for being here. Okay. Let's see. Lady Misty, we said hi to her. Okay. Walba, thanks, whoo. Hey, we have 70 people watching right now. I think that might be a personal best for this early in the show. So thanks, you guys, right? And there's the lone Paniolo right there, praying for y'all out here in the islands with the tsunami warning. Brother Andy, stay safe. Yeah, lone Paniolo, thank you so much. And again, I'm in the middle of the island on one of the highest points. There's no way. If I hear a wave approaching, I promise you, it's not me I'll be worried about. It's the whole rest of the island. Gil Soto in Texas. Thanks. Yeah, I know. Look, Medium 7 Up says, very cool. A great Andy Keone collab. I did very little. All I did was just add a little music to it and put those photographs in. I didn't color correct them or do anything serious. Okay, that was all Brother Keone. Okay, Keone, when I know you're just listening because you're driving, but when you park, let me know and we'll play that thing again. It's only 50 seconds long, so I don't think it'll drive anybody nuts. Who and Steve Diego says, longboarding the tsunami. There we go. Big Kahuna, stay dry, everyone. Oh, dry. I remember when that was bad. What? You gonna do that? Dry. I know. Oh, my friend went to one of your shows. Oh, that's nice, Crasher. Jay, I don't know who your friend is, but thank them so much. We'll be in... what were we going to be? I'm thinking, hold on. I have a poster and I'm not afraid to use it. Okay, here we go. Oh, yes. Augie Toba and I, August 15th and 16th, will be at the Beach House. It's called the Beach House Las Vegas, but it's actually in Henderson. Okay, so that's where we'll be. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, let's see where else we are. I will stay with chat. Yeah, I wonder if you can see this here. You see how Nani sends me these messages right there? It says, stay with chat, please. She's got something going. By the way, she is doing things, behind the scenes and she's in Sacramento. So all this stuff you see right here, all this, that's what she's doing remotely. What a great time to be alive. I gotta tell you, amazing. Corey Titterman, speaking of the Pacific Northwest, hey, how are you? Aloha Kako, had a great time at 4 days of Aloha in Vancouver, Washington last weekend. Hope everybody stay good. Yeah. What was it like going back and forth across the border? Corey, I hear all kinds of things, everything from like nothing to they made me do the Pledge of Allegiance or some weird thing. So let me know. We're concerned about you, and I'm great. Corey Titterman is a Hawaiian slack key player, and he went there to participate in 4 days of Aloha in Vancouver, Washington. Glad it went well for you, my brother. Great sound guy trick comes from experience. Yeah, with the thing. You'd be surprised how many people do that too. Kehaulani, when I was in junior high, we got a tidal wave alert, so left school and backed the car up to the pier and was going to drag race the wave in. Oh, yeah, very high school thing to do. Hi, Mama T-Bird. Aloha, Andy and gang. How you? There we go. Kenny Roberts. Mahalo for being here all the way from Maui. That's one half of a Luakani there, the musical group. Speaking of musical people like Corey Titterman. And he is at Nalu's, if I'm not mistaken, with Kavika Ortiz. Hey, Mark Robinson. Sup, you brother Andy? I'm doing okay. Let's see. Thank you for being here. I don't know that we've seen you here before, Mark. And if I'm mistaken, again, I am sorry. But again, today, maybe it's the tsunami, but a lot of people, we're what, maybe 20 minutes into the show. We have 73 people watching now. Hora good. Thanks, you guys. From which direction is the tsunami coming in? I don't know. I was in pre-production, which is way more important than a tsunami destroying my house. Let's see. Yeah, 60s. I sent you a pic from the 70s. We had more hair back then. And it was black. That's funny, Aletta. Thank you. Alawana Boulevard is gridlocked. I wish I could post a pic. You know what? Let's see. How can you? If you. No, that might be too hard. If you know what, you might try emailing it to info@bumatai.com. Okay. And then I'll go check that, and I may be able to just drag it in, Yeah, we'll see. Okay, thanks for thinking of us. I'd love to see that, too. Mark Smith, I try bump the analytics. Go stay on YouTube and Facebook at the same time, Laura. Thank you for bumping the analytics. Antilytics and, what's the other one we used to say? I forgot. Kenny Roberts, the earthquake was in Russia, but they say the waves could wrap around the island, so from all coasts. A Russian conspiracy. I got a good idea. Let's flood the islands. I know. There we go. Okay, let's do our first. I'm not at the bottom of the chat yet, but the Big Kahuna, road trip from Las Vegas to Indianapolis. Mike Jensen, go for it, bro. The worst thing is wishing you had. And here's Anthony Kent. We got a lot of new people here. Mahalo would be a northeast earthquake was in Russia. Thank you for that. Mahalo. Hi, Skippy. Antilytics and Uncle, Algorithm. That was what it was. Uncle Algorithm and Antilytics. Thank you, Nani. I forgot there for a while. Hey, Brian, mahalo for being here, you bugger. Are you on LinkedIn? No, he's on, By the way, when I put these comments on the screen and you look in the bottom left-hand corner, that's how you can tell what platform they're on. For instance, Tolentino here is on Facebook. You see that right there? And then I'm looking here. And Darlene S. is on Twitch. You see how her little logo is there? Whoo, Devin, not very hot and humid. Back from the cabin, huh, Darlene? You and Rick? That's great. Hawaiian 5-0. Aloha, Andean gang. Stay safe out there, my people. No worry, Beef Curry. I know. I'm with Steve. I'm with Steve Danielson. Oh, that means going get surf, huh? And Jacob Hill says, "Hey, Eddie would go." Eddie went. How's that one? Okay, TK, so just saying aloha, and I am, believe it or not, at the bottom of the chat. Okay, so let's do our first news item, and this is about someone who caught a very big fish outside Hilo.
Well, what started as a typical day on the water in Hilo turned into a once-in-a-decade catch for one local fisherman. Our newest reporter, Nathan Shinagawa, has the story.
Wow. A simple fishing day out of Hilo Harbor turned into a lot more for Brandon Gonzalez when he felt a much stronger pull than normal on his line.
6:30, we got a bite. I thought it was a ahi, and we seen the marlin jumping, and I was like, uh-oh, that's a big one.
Branson spent the next 6 hours pulling the marlin out of the water. While he knew it was a big accomplishment, it wasn't something he was too thrilled about at first.
This time of the year, we're fishing for the ahis. When you hook a big marlin, it kind of ruins your day. It takes time to catch it, and you got to deal with it when you come in.
But after that 6th hour and the fish finally rose.
Did you hear that when you hook a marlin, it ruins your day because it takes so long. Oh, man. Okay.
Above the water, Brandon knew this wasn't just any big catch.
It went down and it died, so we're pulling up like inch by inch, pulling dead weight. And once we seen it come up to the surface, and we're like, wow, this thing, it's a grander, you know, wow, it's huge.
A grander is a catch that weighs over 1,000 pounds, something Brandon's only done once before back in 2002. But Brandon also told me that this particular catch has a little extra meaning. This is now the 4th big catch he's made using the lure that his late father gave him. And after selling the marlin to a local poke shop, he can now literally taste the success. You should definitely go and grab some marlin from them then, I guess. And smoke marlin.
Yeah.
Nathan Shinagawa, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
I was laughing so hard I hit the wrong button. That's funny. Tony says, my wife never believes me when I tell her I spent 6 hours reeling in a fish. You know, on Substack, I posted this comment, and, you know, they have this thing called notes where you just kind of make random comments. And I said, give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and there will be long periods of time when you don't see him. 6-hour fight. Who gonna make him late for work? I know. Amazing. That's how it goes. So, how many people out there have ever been on the big game fish boats? You know, my uncles, and they had a lot of those kind of, and it wasn't my thing. Whenever they'd invite me, I'd take my board, so when I got bored, I could jump off and paddle in, because we were outside Waianae and stuff, right? I know. Marlin can be dry. Oh, dry? There's dry again, I know. Oh, brah, that's one big fish. That's how, I know. At some point they went, we need a bigger boat. Poke time. Yeah, that's who they sold it to. Imagine, you know. Phew. Exactly. You know, sounds like Tony's a fisherman here, right? Teach a man to fish, and you don't see him for long periods of time. Not me. I'll probably get seasick. Yeah. I don't get seasick. I just get bored because, especially back then, you know, it was like you take 3 cases of beer and, you know, drink the whole time. I went, what? How much money do you think a 1,000-pound marlin would sell for? How much money did he make? I wonder. Does anyone have an idea? Mad Statter, like, no. I mean, well, you know what poke sells for, right? How much is it now? Cut that in half, because that's probably what they paid for it. But I'm guessing they have to clean it, right? Do you take it to that fish market and people bid on it? You know, that's the thing. Oh, dry marlin is good. Oh, yeah. And it lasts longer, too. Whew. Finished once, caught a 4-inch fish. I fished once, caught a 4-inch fish. But now, you got to start somewhere. Lobster fishing. Yum, SD Dodger. I know. $50. Nah, guaranteed to make more than $50. Is it $50 for what, K-Mac? Is it not for the whole fish? A pound? I don't know. Whew, here, look at it. Restream bought at $5. Sounds cheap, but it would be $5,000. Yikes. Anthony Kent, only been fishing like that twice. No marlin, ruined our day. I know. That was really weird to hear him say that, right? A marlin ruined his day. I caught a tarpon on time. What? And I only got half of it in the boat. The other half was eaten by a shark. Wow. I know. Who AC Honda? That wasn't you who made the $1.99 super chat, huh? Thanks if it was. And let me know who it was if it wasn't you. But thanks, huh? I know. Bad joke. I know the feeling, K-Mac. You are not talking to an empty room. I promise you that. Yeah, I'm thinking even at $1 a pound, it's 1,000 for a six hours of work. Not bad. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, and Tony, Sam Bittner says, welcome in. There we go. Okay. NorCal Awesome Sut. C. Honda did the super chat. Oh, thank you, C. Nani was telling me it was, in fact, C. I catch fish at Foodland when on the island. Psh, smart. Who was? There was a comic who goes, "Here's my impression of a Jew fishing." Oh, what's that? A deer? I'll take 1.5 pounds. He was, in fact, Jewish, so. Yeah. Well, I would say you won't see him at least for 6 hours. That was it. Someone taught that man to fish. Hey, Marty Lovelace. Melissa McDowell. Hi. Saying hi to Shakalaka. Hey, I have been on a deep-sea fishing boat. Never caught a marlin. Caught 3 mahi. Mahi? Ooh. That's enough to make a lot of people envious. Okay. What time we got? Oh my goodness, it's the top of the hour. Well, let's get to the second one here. And this one, this is so interesting. There were 2 guys who came through the Honolulu airport who had choke gun parts in their baggage. Okay, now I don't want to bury the lead here, but guess what? It was, in fact, an issue.
A Japanese man is accused of smuggling gun parts through Hawaii. Now a federal judge has him locked up without bail.
Another man from South Korea was also charged but has not yet been arrested. Our Link Kawano has their explanation and why authorities aren't buying it.
Shota Yamamoto claims the hundreds of gun parts he was allegedly caught with at the airport was supposed to be for his airsoft store in Japan. But agents say there was a problem with that defense.
The guy, I asked for my airsoft because, we tried something different in the airsoft market. We're going air hard. So we're using real ammunition, just something different to differentiate our product. Okay, I took that too far.
AR-15 lower receiver kits, M16 fire control parts, hundreds of gun attachments plus ballistic helmets and body armor were all detained and seized from checked luggage at Honolulu's airport on December 27, 2024. 29-year-old Shota Yamamoto of Japan and Changmin Lee of South Korea were allegedly traveling with the 700 firearms components and tactical gear in their suitcases. The men were allowed to continue on to Japan while agents worked to determine if they had a license to export the items. Both men are now charged with conspiracy to export the goods without a license. Yamamoto was arrested when he returned alone to Honolulu last week.
They got caught basically red-handed with these parts in their possession. And so the
Okay, that's how stupid that guy was, right? They said, this is illegal, boy, you're in big trouble. He, to Japan and then came back and got busted. OMG.
government has been able to bring these charges, but other than this circumstance, I've never seen this charge brought against a defendant. It is rare.
This is a Department of Commerce specific rule that requires an export license for firearms parts. It's so essentially you can control items that could be used for military purposes to foreign countries.
According to Homeland Security investigations, Lee ordered the items from a gun parts supplier in Orlando, Florida. They were sent to Honolulu, and the 2 men reportedly told agents they were taking them to Tokyo to use in Yamamoto's Airsoft sports store. The criminal complaint says Yamamoto told the HSI agents the components were altered for airsoft replicas, but an inspection of the pieces in Honolulu and in Japan show they were not altered to be used as toys. Yamamoto is being held without bail. The government says he is a flight risk.
Because he's a foreign national who can travel to Japan and then from Japan to any other country, that makes him the flight risk. And in this case, the defense, recognizing that, conceded that he was a flight risk and he was ordered detained.
Yamamoto will remain in the federal detention center. It's not clear when Lee will be back in Hawaii or when he'll be arrested. I'm Lynn Kawano, Hawaii News Now.
Yeah, good luck waiting for that Korean guy. You know what I mean? First of all, find a Korean guy named Lee. We have 1,000 suspects. I wonder which one is, you know. But still, you know, that Lee guy's going, what happened to Yamamoto? Huh? Oh, maybe I'm going to avoid Hawaii for a while. Whew. Yeah, I know. Look, Brother Sam says ATF going to be all over that. I'm telling you, right there. Whew. I think Kenny Roberts nailed it, though. It's for a Yakuza. Yeah, I know. Can you imagine, you know, all of a sudden, he's one of those guys with a trunk full of guns. So, well, what flavor you like, you know? Wow. He'd be right there. Yeah, he'll be right there. Yeah, I'm sure he will. My goodness, right? Have you ever been hassled at the airport for anything? I'll tell you a story while we're waiting for people to remember that. This is when I was you know, on the road at what they call a road monster, and we would travel from, you know, you'd be on the road for 2 months sometimes, playing clubs back when they hired you for a week at a time, right? Now, so we're all playing, I don't know, I forget where, and one of the comics used to do this impression of, you know, Make My Day. You know, what's his name? God, I'm spacing out on the guy. Anyway, he's now, anyway. So he used to do that impression, and he had this fake 357 Magnum in his head. So before we went to the airport, right, one of the guy goes, let me see that gun. That thing's so cool. And he goes, wow, this thing's really heavy. And the guy goes, yeah, put it back in my bag. Clint Eastwood. Thank you, Nani. So Clint Eastwood impression. So he says, throw it in my bag, you know, because we got to get there. And he's packing, right? So instead of throwing it in his bag, you know, the checked bag, he threw it in his carry-on. Now, whether he did that on purpose, I don't know. But now we're going through, you know, the inspection, and they see this 357 Magnum in there. And he goes, no, I'm a comic. You know, it's part of my act. And the guy goes, let's see the bit. Imagine, okay, if this isn't funny, I'm going to jail. Yeah, thank you. Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry. Yeah, thank you, Brother Sam. I was just having a old guy moment there. I know. Rick's, they pulled me out of TSA check line for a bottle of pineapple wine in my carry-on. That's a noble infraction, though. Oh, I had my luggage searched by TSA after it had been checked. They leave you a note letting you know. You mean in the bag? How creepy is that? You open it up. Hi, nice underwear. I know, that would be evil. Oh, no pressure for that performance. Yeah, the conversation started, by the way, one time we were all talking about the hardest show you ever had to do. I know, and he goes, yeah, remember that time? Yeah. 2-minute warning for the sirens, right? Oh, you think they're going to go off again in 2 minutes? What makes you say that? Okay. Did you try sending that... No comment. Did you try sending that that kind? Let me see here. No, I don't see it. You know, that image of the choke traffic on whatever, you know. I sent them. Okay. I didn't see him. Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to just kind of bring the whole thing to a chair. I don't see it. Fresh. No. I don't see it. Well, maybe it's not going to work. That's all right. We believe you, okay? You do not need photographic evidence. We do, in fact. Info, yeah. Well, here, it's this. It's right here. info@bumatai.com. Okay, that's what it is. Well, you can try again. If not, don't worry about it, bro. After Bush and Obama passed NDAA, Fourth Amendment, can you hear that? On my watch, on my phones, everything's going crazy. Yep, there we go. Hey, you called it no comment. How did you know? Whew. Mrs. SD Dodger is TSA. Plenty stories. I like Noah Capo. I know. Wow. Yep, there we go. Testing. There we go. Wow. They opened my bag, but the status of limit has passed, so I can tell you. Okay. But we hear them. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, TSA, I have that known traveler thing. You know, you pay, I don't know, $60 every 5 years or something. You get a known traveler number so you can do TSA pre, you know. So, that's one of the best purchases I ever made, I gotta tell you. We were late for a flight one time. Augie doesn't have it because sometimes he flies standby because his wife can get him free flights. She works for the airlines. Anyway, so we're all rushing and we're in that thing. No, you have to go through that line, which was wrapped around the block. Augie was going, oh no. H3 backed up? Isn't that called weekday? Oh, is it backed up? Oh my, I don't know. We do the TSA pre-check too, Andy. Great perk. Yes, I gotta tell you. I know. And you don't have to bring your laptops out of your carry-on, and you can leave your shoes and watch on. It's just, you know, which, anyway. Okay, let's see what else we got here. We have, let's see, we did, I used to have a memory. Now I have a graphic. I know, okay. We did, we did airport gun. Oh, fireworks buyback, a program where they're giving people gift cards if they turn in fireworks that they have not used. Okay, let's see what that's like. Hopefully I hit the right button.
Car after car, box after box, residents turned in fireworks for gift cards at Aloha Stadium on Saturday. Each box was weighed and placed into explosive containers.
So these are
What they don't tell you is the gift cards are for more fireworks. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that was incorrect. I take it back.
We made sets of fireworks. We're really grateful for people to be turning these in. There's about 3 kits of these, probably several $100s a set. So we're grateful that they're turning them in and making the community safer.
Nearly 500 pounds were turned in. Many people telling us the new firework laws and the Aliyah Manu New Year's Eve explosion are reasons why they dropped them off.
It's definitely a factor. One of my friends did want to keep the fireworks, but I told him because I don't know how old it is and it could possibly be defective or whatnot, I didn't want to have them use it. Oh, it's definitely not something that we would be using in the future.
It's the first time the state is essentially paying people to turn in fireworks since the new laws went into effect, which include citations based on officer and drone observations and holding homeowners accountable.
So, you know, if you're popping them at your grandma's house, your grandma might come down with some charges. So you're going to have to think about that. If you have kids, adult children in your home, just know that that liability could be passed to you as a homeowner. I really want people to understand that it is going to be very serious, and we are looking to make examples of people. So, you know, you may think this, what you would think is not a big deal amount, it could cost you jail time.
With the new law, this amount of fireworks, over 25 pounds, could get you a felony charge. Popular fireworks like these mortar-style aerials were surrendered today. Director Mike Lambert says just one of these shells is enough to kill you.
We know that New Year's Eve is a different monster from 4th of July. And, I wasn't able to make my example of an offender for 4th of July, so I'll be looking to make that example New Year's Eve or within that time frame.
Funny when you look at that and you understand at this time, aerials are completely illegal. And this guy's going, I don't think that law is working. We got to give it some teeth. Ooh. Oh.
After testing out the drones and knowing locations of where people typically blow off fireworks, he says they're ready for New Year's Eve, and they're tracking and checking shipments too.
We had a huge infusion of covert operation money. So when we do flag a container, we're going to definitely be trying to see who it goes to and that individual that receives it. I will say it very nicely, we should get a lawyer.
He says there will be another buyback opportunity before New Year's Eve, and these buyback events put them one step ahead of people who try and argue that they didn't have any way to get rid of fireworks and decided to light them off instead.
So an event like this says, no, we held 2 buybacks. In fact, not only could you turn it in, we're willing to pay you to turn it in. And you didn't do that, and now we caught you later on in the season, and now you have to go ahead and face those charges without any type of excuse.
Wow. We'll let you know when the next buyback is. Nikki Schoenfeld, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
Wow. Yeah, I know. This is funny. Mama T-Bird says, my 9-year-old was pulled over and questioned for a foil-covered disc in his carry-on. TSA, what's this? My kid, ding dong. Oh, kind of rough. I know. Darlene says, ding dong. Seriously? Yep, that's it. I know. And then Mad Statter says, I saw a woman get thrown out of a rock show for throwing a ding dong on stage and hitting the singer. Ding dongs can be dangerous. I know. I don't know what concert that was, but, if I think, you know what? I think I'll just eat it. I know. Oh, man. I don't know why people do that. People try to throw stuff on stage and try to hit the singer. Well, what do they think? People, hey, good shot. No way. Man. Okay. Let's see here. Where do you go? How's it Midnight Frequency Radio? Oh, Shakalaka loves Midnight Frequency Radio, at least the name, because I do too. Whoo. And Nani Aloha says, after last buyback, they said they didn't know what to do with all they collected. You remember that, right? It was, 3 container loads or something with fireworks, and everybody was going, hey, take them out Sand Island, make one big show. But they don't know the integrity of the fireworks. Whew. Oh, what? Clicked the wrong one. That's my dream, to do a show and people pelt me with ding dongs. I would stop the show and eat it. It's funny, really. And on the third night, hey, I'm getting tired. Ding dongs. Anybody get chicken heka? They can toss them up on stage, please. That will be good. Thank you, mahalo. Oh, throw a doobie. It's hard hitting. Yeah, yeah, right. I was searching for a Doobie Brothers joke, but I'm too late. Oh, I know, Nani. Oh, brother Sam. That's it right there. Okay, I want to play this for those of you who may have just joined us. We were talking about how Keone Nunes, right, who is a world-renowned, authentic Hawaiian tattooist, and that's what he's known for, posted some pictures that I just went, what? This was on Substack. I follow him on Substack, and when I saw these pictures, I said, I just got to share them with the Daily Pidgin audience. So let's do that right here. It's only 50 seconds long. Wow. I got to tell you, I'm just so envious of people who can take a great still picture like that, you know. Now, I don't know how many he took and how many he filtered out, but believe me, the ones that made the cut, OMG, that thing with the through the wet glass, oh man, the focus was perfect. Whoo! And Matt Stetter says, I don't think she would have been kicked out if she threw a doobie on stage. Yeah, not only that, the singer would have caught it with his mouth. And then, no, could somebody please throw a lighter? I know. Awesome Thailand pictures. Thanks for sharing. They're beautiful. Whoo. Okay, and Nani says, I should in fact announce one more time that where I am in Mililani, where I broadcast from, is in the middle of the island, one of the highest points. So believe me, any waves are going to have to do a lot of damage before they get to me, okay? That's what I like about Mililani. You know, it's just centrally located, literally, you know, anywhere I want. It's almost equal distance to the North Shore and to town and to whenever. Maybe not so much Kaneohe because you have to go roundabout, but other than that, you know. Aloha, Andy. Try now for pics I emailed. Okay, I'm looking and I see them here. Here. Okay. Boop. Yeah, okay, here. Wow! Let me see if I can just drag this onto the screen. Look at that. Oh, man. I'm going to see if I can. Can everybody see that? Look at this is the traffic from no comments vantage point. Okay, let's see what else we got here. We got that one. That one's okay. That one's the same. Let me try the other one here. That's pretty much the same picture, but wow, that says it right there. Amazing. Wow. Let me see if I can even make this bigger. Yeah, there we go. That fills the screen there. And what do you, is it people, you think it's people trying to escape or people trying to get to Costco for toilet paper? Don't know. Wow. Hey, mahalo, no comment. Thank you so much. That worked pretty good. First time anyone's ever done that, by the way. I know. That is a Tuesday in the summer. Oh, I don't know what that means. Yikes. I know Verity Hunt says, yikes. I just got back from getting gas and, hold on, K-Rod. The chat is moving quick like a swift. I just got back and some food and it's bad out there. My auntie on South Beretania said, thank goodness I'm cooking and didn't leave standstill traffic outside. Wow, yeah. Midnight Frequency Radio. It's just been I just been watching this one, Mike. Looks like Aloha Tower. Yeah, well, he's close. Right there, you see where that, here, let me bring it back up here. You know, this is where No Comment lives. That's the new bridge right there, right? Did you see that goes all the way here? Oh, that's not it. Yeah, but that's the one that goes across. So that's where the old Fisherman's Wharf was. What is that? That area right there? I think so, yeah. Port of Honolulu. Yep, there we go. Okay, so let me turn this off. And that worked better than I thought it was. The link may have been removed. My attention span has lost the reference on that one. I'm sorry, Midnight Frequency Radio. It's Kevalu Small Boat Harbor. Smote Harbor. Boat Harbor. Kevalu. Oh, okay, got it. There we go. Okay. And Buddy Frickery, what info do you have on tsunami? Me? Zero. I'm not following it. I was in pre-production for the show, and so that's. So I don't have any information. I get alerts, and this alert here says, sirens sounding for tsunami threat 3 hours out from first wave arrival, estimate at 3:10 p.m. Evacuate coastal areas sent by Hawaii Emergency Management, right? So they're saying that at 7:10, a tsunami will be hitting, and that looks, well, you can't really see it. Let me see if I don't know if I can focus on it, but I keep getting these types of alert on my screen. Yeah. You see that? Okay. Yeah. And that's the 5th one I've received here in a very short period of time. Okay. I've been watching, Midnight Frequency Radio says, I've been watching the EarthCam Live, Waikiki Beach, on YouTube. Oh, okay. And what does that show you? Don't know. Okay, now, let me close this here. No comment. Buffing us out with a very cool picture there. And Shock says, look at Torrentino's. I don't see it, Nani. It's probably way back there. I'm looking, and I'm giving up here in a sec. Yeah, can't do it. Too far back, Okay, now it's time for the people at Point Panics to panic. Yeah, I know. There's people, I'm telling you, there's surfers out there that are going, I'm paddling out, way out. I know. Okay, now let's go here. Do this. We looked at fireworks payback. Oh, here's one that's interesting. We've had a police officer shortage here in Hawaii for quite some time, right? I mean, I think they're short by 350 officers. So in a previous program, we talked about how they were going to offer childcare to entice police officers to join the academy. And now they have a job fair that happens tomorrow that they'll be looking to recruit people, okay? So I think, let me see, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. This should be the right button.
The city and county of Honolulu is getting the word out about a number of career opportunities across multiple departments. Another Hawaii Career Expo is happening this Wednesday. Casey Lund has the details.
Aloha from Kehi Lagoon Beach Park here. We're talking about all those opportunities that exist throughout multiple departments with the city and county of Honolulu. That hiring for that Career Expo happening this Wednesday, July 30th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. One of those opportunities is pretty rewarding, and that's giving back to your community in a big way, like these HPD officers. I want to introduce Sergeant Walter Espiritu, and we got Corporal Tim Inuma. Thank you guys so much for being here today. We're talking about these opportunities, and one of the things I think that I want to get out to people is how you're recruiting that younger generation of officers.
Right. So one of the ways that we're doing that is we're now going to the high schools, and we're looking for what we call our police services officer position that is formerly known as our cadet position. So now we can hire them straight out of high school. All they need to have is their high school diploma or GED equivalent, driver's license, and be a permanent resident U.S. citizen. And they meet the minimum requirements, and it pays them pretty decent. Their first year, they're going to make just shy of $71,000. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and I want to talk to Corporal Tim here too a little bit about. There's also a number of other positions and roles within the police department. If you don't want to be a uniformed officer or you don't make those qualifications, the people behind the scenes, our communications folks, there's a lot of opportunities for those civilian roles as well.
Yes, we do have a police communication officers
Suit up, K-Rod,
position, which is our dispatchers. And they are the lifeline for the police officers. They help us respond to cases. They watch our backs, and they always provide all the services we need.
And I want to ask you this. I asked you this earlier this morning as well, Tim. But the reason that you wanted to become a police officer, the reason that you wanted to join HPD.
And the reason why I always wanted to join the police department was I believe it was a calling to serve the department as well as give back to the community that helped raise me. This is my passion. I love it.
I love that. I want to thank you both for your service and for being with us today. And a reminder that if folks do want to come down to that Career Expo, Sergeant, they need to be ready to, if you want to dress to impress, ready to go, resume, and you'll be able to talk to somebody.
Yes, absolutely. They can apply right there. We'll have our computers up, and they'll be ready to rock right there, and we'll help them, guide them through the process.
I love it. Gentlemen, thank you again so much for your service and for what you do.
Sounds good. Casey, thank you very much.
Whoo, look at that. That is so smart to bring this back. My uncle got in the force from a Kamehameha program back in the 60s. Yeah, that is smart to bring that program back. But guess what? They're dusting off the greatest hits because they're desperate to find people, because the people who are working, I mean, the cops, you know, they're working them, you know, night and day. I know, and it's not like crime takes a day off. So anyway, I know. Look at this. Wow, K-Rod, I give you credit. It's a hard, dangerous job. I know. And I've mentioned it a bunch of times. And generally, they're overpaid. You heard me say they're giving those kids $71,000 a year. Yeah. Wait till they find out that they're risking their life for that. You know, and you never know. You know, when you hear people say, you know, my tint, they're giving me hassle about my tint. You walk up to a car that's suspect that you can't look into. For $71,000. That's a stressful gig. I know. You know, you hear some, you know, what do they say about cops? Cops are like eggs. You only hear about the bad ones, especially on YouTube. Oh, my goodness. Ooh, second wave just hit Russia over 12 feet. Well, that's not that big. What? 12, what? Hawaiian or mainland 12 feet? People don't know that, you know, we measure differently. You know, in Hawaii, you go, that's a 12-foot wave. You know, you go to California, that's a 20-foot wave. Like, oh, no, bro, you actually measuring from the top to the bottom. But, you know, that's not the actual size. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Aloha state of mind. No worry, Beef Curfew, about that tsunami warning. Well, you should, you know, be concerned. But like someone said, there are people on the beach, and this happens every time, you know. It's like when a tsunami sucks all the water out so it can build up and put a 30-foot wave in your face, and people run out there. Oh, look, it's shallow. Look, let's go out there. What? Yeah, I know. Bobby Wilson. Andy, long time no see. Oh, Bobby, look your avatar. Look at me, bro. Well, there we go. Let's throw you on the big board so we can take a good look at what that baga. Yeah, well, look, hold on here. Let's just do this, and then we can. Yeah, that's a little bigger. There we go. Ooh, cool shot. How's it? Okay. Oh, and Melissa says, hey, aloha, Bobby. How are you? Hawaiian 6 feet is 12 feet. Yeah, there you go. That. Am I right? You know? Kenny knows. I know. Whew, those people, Andy. Exactly. Yeah, I miss you, bro. Well, I'm right here. We're here Tuesdays, lately Tuesdays and Friday, 3 Turtles, Hawaii Standard Time. Okay, that's going to be it. And by the way, I'm going to gotta bust out the poster again. August 15th and 16th, Augie Toba and I will be in Las Vegas. So around that time, I don't have my calendar up, I won't be doing this show. So I'm going to miss a few shows. I'll miss that Friday, of course, the August 15th, and then the following Tuesday, because I got to fly back and all this baloney, as they say. So that's what's up there. Okay. And by the way, we just booked Pasadena at the Ice House for November, I want to say 18th. I'm not sure. I will be there. Will you? Okay, ba. Mahalo nui loa. I'd love to offer you a comp, but I'm hired help on this gig, okay? So appreciate it. Thank you. So you go to Augie T Live to get tickets. Here, let me see if I can bring it up and spoon feed the whole darn thing. See on the bottom there, it says AndyBumatai.com, which is not working yet. Shock's working on it, but she was at an Aikido retreat, and so good to have her back. But Augie T Live you couldn't see it. Augie T Live. .com is where you go. And when you get there, just click on management, scroll down a little bit, and boom, the ticket is right there. No comp needed, bro. Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. That's how you can tell you're real friends. Oh, you mean you do this for a living? Yeah, but again, I'm not involved on that level. Ooh. Okay, so now Darlene says, let's go to the big board because this seems serious. Ooh, she says, yes, take the tsunami warning seriously. No be dumb, be safe, especially in higher risk areas like beaches. I know there's going to be people on the beach tanning. I'm going to get a tsunami tan. Oh, yeah. Gig ticker is running. Gig ticker is running. Oh, hold on. Let's see if gig ticker is. Oh, there it is. Yeah, down by Nani says this gig ticker thing is running. So it'll that's kind of obvious what it is, but I can't explain it for some reason. My mind locked up. I was thinking about people on the beach as the tsunamis hit. Yep, and there is. See Honda saying it's AugieTLive.com. And when a moderator puts something in the chat, it's hot. In other words, clickable. Whoo, and Steve Diego says, I'm getting my board out. There you go. Which site has Pasadena? I don't know. But if you go to the Ice House in Pasadena, I don't know that we have it up yet. We just booked it, basically. So that will be, mods, links are hot. Yes, there we go. Thank you. Okay. So I apologize, SD Dodger, but I don't know where those links are. We'll have them up soon. Okay. Bombay, the pigs, chickens, and dogs come to your house. Line up 2 by 2. Oh, right. And only if it, the tsunamis work for, come in for 40 days and 40 nights. Hey, I sent you and Rick the link in a whisper. Darlene S. Okay. Go to the Ice House. It's available. Oh, really? Oh, thank you, C. Honda. Ooh, thanks, Carl. All right, what time we got? Oh, man, we're well over the bottom of the hour. We went long again, and we didn't get to the last one, police opportunity. Well, let's do this. Let's do this last news item here, and because it's kind of trippy, and they've been trying to do this for a long time. They changed the law so that people who have short-term rentals have to convert them to long-term rentals, and they're not happy.
It's a crime that can impact anyone, but a theft of a church van this morning.
In a monumental decision late this afternoon, the Maui County Council voted to pass a bill that converts short-term vacation rentals into long-term housing. What's the potential impact, and what lies ahead? Eric Nackton reports.
Potential changes ahead on Maui.
So he says
The planning director must, by December 31st, 2025, number one, develop and implement a streamlined application and review process for properties operating as transient vacation rentals in apartment districts that seek a change in zoning to hotel district, the BR Resort Commercial District, or another visitor-oriented zoning district.
That's one thing about politicians. They write in such an engaging way. I'm sorry, that one hurt.
The Maui County Council voted to pass a bill that converts short-term vacation rentals into long-term housing.
I think this is a real important step, not only to put people before profit, but send a loud and clear message that it's the speculation and commodification of our housing that has brought us to this point.
When's the last time you heard the word commodification? That was worth the price of admission right there.
You know, the concept that real estate is the wealth builder is taking away from community, is taking away from all the things that make our communities great.
This would make changes to vacation rentals in apartment districts. The county council introduced the bill because it says the county suffers from a long-standing housing crisis. It's widely agreed upon circumstances were significantly made worse by the Lahaina wildfires back in 2023. All rentals will need to be converted by 2030.
I want to encourage every single property that's out there to contact my office and let's walk through the process of changing the zoning. I think all of us, or many of us, would sit and want to help you. And please do reach out. Soon after, I think it was June 9th when the mayor, or when you all proposed this bill, I did meet with the administration and I asked the mayor. At that point, I was asked, can we do this change of zoning, to hotel? And his question to me was, why wasn't it done earlier? Wow. I'm still thinking about that. But I think the reason is because probably it was not a situation like this. So now we've been pushed. The community is being pushed. And I want to open up the doors to my office to help with the zoning changes.
It heads to the mayor for his signature. Eric Nacton, Island News.
Yeah, Darlene, you would know. Darlene and Rick come to Hawaii and they'll get a short-term rental, on the North Shore or whatever. But I guess Maui is particularly, difficult because of the wildfire, like they said. So it's kind of another animal, Okay, what day is it? Oh, thank you, Nani. Here, Nani, you got to see this here. Right here, Nani put, see you on Friday, gang. Because last Tuesday, I said, see you on Tuesday. And everyone, what? So no show on Friday? Yeah, on Friday, 3:30 p.m., Mahalo Nui Loa. Okay, let's wrap it up, gang. And thank you to everyone who joined us, all the new people. And right now, we have 99 people watching. That's a personal best for us. In general, right? We have done numbers like this, but again, this is a lot of, thank you so much for everyone. Special thanks to our moderationizers, the moderators as we call them, right? Which is Nani Aloha, also an associate producer. We have Rick S., we have C. Honda, Devin, and Shakalaka. So did I miss anyone, Nani? Let me know if I did. Sometimes I do, but hey, and mahalo nui loa to you, gang, for tuning in, and we'll be back Friday. But until then, mahalo for watching, okay? Here we go. We're going to hit the button and finish things up. Here we go. Ready?